Yeah, of course. As a fan, Susan always tells me I need to think about things as a fan. So, as a fan, if this is great, it's really exciting for baseball, and envisioning some of these players in new uniforms, and obviously the names that we're all talking about. Really excited about the possibility of some of them, being Giants, and trust the process and how hard our front office and our staff in general is working on both evaluating and acquiring the best free agents. But as the manager, I'm very excited about the possibilities, and also pretty excited about some of the players that are currently in our organization.
How much do you feel like you talk about these possibilities of potential players becoming in the Giants uniform or not, but just overall, how much do you feel like this helps grow the game and continue to gain interest from fan bases outside, in San Francisco and outside?
I've been coming to winter meetings for a lot of years, and obviously we had some breaks for various reasons, but this is the most exciting time that I can remember. And it's actually, this feels like there's a lot at stake for the game, with the draft lottery, with the big names like the shortstops and all of the players that we're talking about. It feels like there's a lot at stake for Major League Baseball, and we want to be an exciting brand at the winter meetings, not just during the season. And I think this year is an indication that we can be exciting.
Does it feel like there's a lot at stake for the Giants?
Yes, but always. It's not unique to this moment. We've talked about this in the past, and I think it's a good one to keep revisiting. But at the end of 21, there was a lot at stake. In the beginning of 22, there was a lot at stake. Right in the middle of the season, there's the playoffs on the line, free agency, trade deadline. There's always a lot at stake for Major League Baseball organizations. A team like the San Francisco Giants, we have a very, very passionate fan base. That passion is matched by the members of our front office, our clubhouse staff, our coaching staff, everybody up and down the organization. So sure, yeah, a lot's at stake.
Gabe, you're not the guy that signs the players, obviously, but did you have a sense going into this offseason that the Giants as a whole were going to be big spenders and be very aggressive in going out and getting all the, not all, but going for the top flight players on the market?
The distinction that I would make is it's really less about being big spenders and much more about being relentless in finding the best possible fits for the San Francisco Giants. To be fair, that was true at the end of 20. It was true at the end of 21 as well. So yeah, we're always going to be looking under every stone, and this is talking about like any one individual, myself, but like a group is going to be looking under every stone to get every possible upgrade to create the best possible roster for the Giants when we start 23, and have the depth in place to handle the fires that are sure to pop up, the injuries that are sure to pop up, the lack of performance that is definitely going to happen. And this is about building as much foundation and strength and depth as we can possibly have to make it all the way through the 23 season, and I have to tell you this, but also beyond, and for like many years to come.
What sort of conversations have you had with Crawford about potentially moving to third, depending on what sort of acquisitions are made?
None.
How much did the conversation start as far as the end of last season and going into obviously free agency and the winter meetings? How long did those conversations take place, or when did they take place? Do you guys kind of have a plan of what you want to go into the free agent period with?
Yeah, the best way to say it is ongoing. Really legit, all the way through the year. And these, as much as it feels like the season ends and then you ramp up for the middle of the winter, I think teams are planning for 2, 3, 5 years down the road all the time. And like people are discussing who are the free agents in 24 and 25 now, right? Because it's like all a big puzzle. So what happens this offseason is definitely going to impact what happens 2 off seasons from now. So all the time.
What are your thoughts on having your top starter participating in the WPC, and how do you think they'll handle that?
It's an interesting one, because I think there's a lot of benefit. So obviously we're talking about Logan Webb and participating in the World Baseball Classic. There is so much development that can occur for Logan. And you look, you know, the worrier in every that is inside of every manager is going to be, oh man, like what if something happens? Not just to Logan, but anybody that's participating in WBC for any of the teams. And so that's tough. You know, it's a tough thing to think about and to come to terms with. At the same time, you recognize how much potential development is in there for Logan and the other players that are going to participate in the WBC. It's real. It's very, very intense. These guys are playing for their home countries, and that matters. And I respect the fact that our players want to compete at the highest level and compete for their countries.
Do you know who else might be playing for their countries yet? Maybe you have confirmation on it.
I have some ideas, but I'm not making any announcements about that right now.
What makes San Francisco unique as a spot that could attract high-level free agents?
I personally think it's among the countries, if not the country's most beautiful city. I think, you know, for people that want outdoor stuff, I'm an outdoors person. So if you want hikes, you want ocean, you want to surf, you want to be outside, San Francisco offers all that. You want city life and culture, theater, restaurants. San Francisco offers that. If you want tech, I mean, we're right in the middle of it all. And so, you know, if you want proximity to other great cities,